So the people listening in New York, in Washington, and say, you mean we who run America are opening barracks in Zambia and we don't know? So who is this one who knows that we're opening barracks? This country has security partnerships with many countries since independence, where we have military attaches ourselves. Your fellow citizens are military attaches in many countries. I hope you know what a military attache is. And we do have here as well reciprocal. That's not equivalent to a barrack. You are now emotionally charging citizens. When you get arrested because there's a law against that, you say, oh, media freedoms have been taken away. And governments share intelligence. They share better ways of keeping the world stable. There's no military base here other than Zambian military bases. Our soldiers train in Russia, they train in China, in India, they train in Kenya, they train in Botswana. Botswana soldiers train here.
Relations just ended there. And thereafter, both the British and the Americans have not looked upon us. They think that we are too much inclined to the East. But we have no apologies at all. We feel we are better. Relations with people also respect us, not the persons who look down upon us. So we are very happy to be here. And we are anxious to actually have our relations more comprehensive and consolidated between ourselves. Yes, we are a very advanced country, but there's a lot that we can learn from you. There's a lot that we can benefit from that relationship. And there's a lot that we can open for the Russian Federation to participate in our economy, especially in the mining sector and in agriculture. There's a lot that we can afford for you to participate. And in that process, the West will run away. You see, the West have just begun consolidating their power in Zambia, our next neighbor. You know, there was a time when Zambia and Zimbabwe won. It was called the Northern and Southern Rhodesia. It was won by the British, but they were now separate. And the Americans are consolidating their power in that country, both in terms of security and in terms of financial support to Zambia, to make sure that we feel lonely. But that will not change us, because we have taken a course which, as a people, that we feel we want to be independent and we choose our friends ourselves. And besides, we are independent today because most of us in the leadership trained here during our war of liberation. We got our independence because we were supported by yourselves here. And we don't forget that history. And you've stood by us. So, Mr. President, I am happy to be here. And if opportunity avails later on, I mean, we may find time to chat and go into more detail as which areas we must focus in terms of supporting each other and in terms of where we feel we need external support, more especially in the area.
And
Mr. President, Your Excellency, I want to state very clearly here that Zambia reaffirms its unwavering support for the total lifting of sanctions against Zimbabwe. If these sanctions had their value at the time, the value has expired. We need Zimbabwe to exercise its desire to develop the economy, to support its people. Sanctions are standing in the way. I must say, Mr. President, those sanctions on Zimbabwe affect us because they limit what we can do with each other. So we have a vested interest. So that's our call. And that's why I acknowledge the media. Please carry the message.
Yes, greetings and welcome all of you, brothers and sisters. That is the President of Zambia, His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema, speaking how sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe affecting Zambia, even if Zambia is not under sanctions. The question we need to ask ourselves, who put these sanctions and for what purpose? They put these sanctions purposely to maintain division. Because, you know, if you're under sanctions, you cannot do trade with others. So they maintain division purposely to make sure that this continent will no longer realize their potential. So sanction is another tool being used to undermine unity among Africans. So what can we do as Africans? We know those who put these sanctions in this in Zimbabwe, which affect also Zambia. They have military bases here in the continent of Africa, especially in SADC region. There are those who are saying they have military base in Zambia, from where President Hakainde Hichilema is coming from. There are those who also said there's military base in Botswana. As Africans, collectively, can we say, if you don't remove these sanctions, we are going to remove and close your base here in the continent of Africa, especially in SADC region? Can we speak like that? So, to speak that please remove sanctions, to beg for those who put sanctions, please remove your sanctions while we are holding their bases here, it is useless. Let me ask you, why they put bases here in the continent of Africa? Why they have bases in different parts of this continent, in SADC region? It's because these bases, military bases, it controls the SADC region. If you misbehave, they use those bases to punish you. And you remember the rules of NATO. If you attack one member, you are attacking the entire NATO community. So if you touch someone who is a NATO member, it means you are declaring war with NATO. That's what is happening. So if someone has a base here, whom we know that has a base here in the continent of Africa, in SADC region, in Botswana, in Zambia, if you touch them, you are touching NATO. So the only solution is to tell them, please remove your military base here. Remove your military base here. Some say it is impossible. Some fear to speak like that. Let me give you a little example. You remember what Niger said to US drone base. They told US, please close your drone base here. We want to be free. We don't want foreign power which we can't control. The same to Mali. They told France, close your military base and leave my country. Come to Burkina Faso, they did the same. So why not Burkina Faso? Why not Zambia? Why not Zimbabwe? Why not South Africa? So I think to say simply that please remove sanctions, these sanctions affecting all of us, as if they don't know how these sanctions are functioning. It's we Africans who don't know the function of these sanctions. But who put these sanctions, who created these sanctions, they know how these sanctions are working. They know that by putting these sanctions, Africans in SADC will not come together. Africans in SADC region will not unite. That's what they are doing. Now we are talking about continental free trade area. Trade among ourselves. How can we trade among ourselves while others are being prohibited? They are under sanctions. You know, when you hear these stories, sometimes I don't understand. When Africans especially heads of states coming together in Addis, talking about continental free trade area, trading among ourselves, and yet they know that there are some countries that are under sanctions, and they end up by releasing documents and statements. Brothers and sisters, if it's about statements, it is about those who put these sanctions to release the statements. Why they take action to put sanctions? So even we Africans, we don't need to release too much statements to speak a lot. Let us take actions. Have given example of Sahel. When Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso came together united, they closed all of foreign military bases. They closed US drone base, they closed France military base, they removed almost everything. So it is possible. Sometimes we think it is impossible, but it is possible, brothers and sisters. It has happened, it has happened under our watches. So if you don't come together, family, brothers and sisters, we will be punished one by one. And I've been saying this many times, that we Africans, we think that everything is okay, but let me tell you, if we don't come together, if we don't unite, one by one will be punished. As I speak to you now, you know what happened to Nigeria. America threatened to send troops in Nigeria. I've been asking one of my friends and telling him that, do you think for America to invade Nigeria, America need to mobilize resources from Washington, from somewhere else to here? No, they're already here. They have military bases here in the continent of Africa. I asked also, where those equipment that were relocated in Niger, US military base, drone base, where those resources went? Do you believe those resources remains or went to Washington? I don't think so. Those resources are still here in the continent of Africa. Among of us, we are puppeteer. Among of us, we are perpetrators. Among of us, we are being used. America is not crazy and will not accept, I'm telling you the truth, America will not accept to take the US drone base from Niger to Washington. You may ask yourself why they decide to bring those drone bases here. Why they decided to do so? America is not crazy. They are not crazy. They know what they want. They know what they want. They are just relocated. And if they want to invade Nigeria, they want to fight anyone, they don't need to mobilize resources. They already put resources here. We have American resources, European resources here. If any time they will use those resources here. And that's why I'm saying, if we are serious, we want these people to remove sanctions to Zimbabwe. Let us tell them, remove your bases, remove your military base here. You will see, they will respect us. But no one care about our voices. Our voices don't matter, and no one care about us. We'll continue to suffer. We'll continue to suffer. So, family, brothers and sisters, I think President Hakainde Hichilema has spoken very well, talking about unity. Of course, he also spoken about the issue of the borders. These borders are here. So if these borders are here to divide us, why we are not coming together? Why we are not speaking with one voice? Why we can't unite? That's the question. When will we unite? So leaders know very well. So what are we waiting? We are waiting to whom want to verify that let us come together, let us unite. Who will verify our unity? Do we need someone to verify and tell us start now? So in this occasion like that, why don't two leaders declare that we are going to the African Union summit with this, we carry this agenda? Can SADC region carry that agenda Every leader talking about unity, unity, unity. If you don't agree to unite, we SADC, we are going to unite ourselves. And we are going to be removed, withdrawn from the African Union. Can we speak like that? Yes, we can if we want unity. You remember when African Union tried to speak about Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso. You remember what Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso said? If you will continue to speak those things that you are talking about us, we are going to withdraw even in the African Union. But later on you saw the African Union send delegation to Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso to speak with those leaders. Because if they don't hear the voices of many or majority of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, they will withdraw from African Union. So the same to SADC. I don't mean that we need to withdraw from Africa. We want a strong African Union. Well, that's why I'm speaking like this. That's why I'm talking about this. We want a strong African Union that can serve the interest of Africans, not the interest of the West. So, brothers and sisters, if you have something to share with us, please do so through the comment section. Help us to share the video, to like the video, so that they can reach many Africans as much as possible. Thank you.